On the next Roseanne show from New York, it's a Roseanne sitcom reunion with John Goodman.
When I kiss Roseanne, everybody go. They're like happy days.
Yeah, like right now?
Yeah.
Plus, Laurie, Metcalf, Sarah Gilbert, and the rest of the family on the next Roseanne show from New York.
Putting in a bid on a drywall job. Great money if I get it.
You're not gonna get it.
I am the best.
You're the worst.
I am the drywall master of the universe. Ah!
You stand on the end of the board. I'll jump on it and shoot you in the air, okay? Okay.
Freeze right there! What did I tell you about killing your brother in the living room? Opinionated Roseanne Connor from my enormously successful sitcom, Roseanne. Thank you. But times changed, and now I am a loudmouth, opinionated talk show host named Roseanne. The Roseanne show lasted for 9 very long and very enjoyable seasons. There were moments in those years that were absolutely incredibly delightful, and there were others that were bone-grinding bad. But my TV family became very much like my own family. We laughed, we cried, we yelled, we fought, we joked around, we even sued each other. No, not really. And that was just in real life. And some of us even got a chance to make out once in a while. During those 9 years, I had a TV husband to cook and clean for, TV children to discipline, TV neighbors to make fun of. We created a separate family, and we loved and cared for each other just as much off camera as we did on. It's been almost 2 years since we've seen each other and that we've all been together. Let me tell you, I miss them so much. I really miss them. Today is so exciting because today, in this place, which I'm so honored to be here, is the Connor family reunion. Thank you. We got Laurie Metcalf. We got Sarah Gilbert, Michael Fishman, Sarah Chalk, Martin Mull, Fred Willard. But of course, there's one person who comes before everyone else. And I haven't seen my first guest since we taped the last episode of my sitcom. He made me laugh for 9 years straight, and he is my second favorite husband of all time. Please help me welcome the incredibly talented Johnny Goodman!
Nice rack.
I'm so happy to see you. Oh my God. Oh my God.
So anyway,
How are you?
I'm great. How you doing?
God. Great.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm speechless. How much do you
Okay.
miss? How much do you miss working on the show?
Oh man, every day. It's like, you know, when you get out of high school, if one did get out of high school.
I never did. So.
Yeah, but okay, grade school.
Did you get
No,
out of
it's
high
like,
school?
yeah, I really miss it. Yeah, I miss it a lot.
Did you get out of high school?
Yeah. Technically, yeah.
Did you actually go to college? I don't think I ever asked you that.
I went to college. I'm a college graduate. I went to the Harvard of the Ozarks, Southwest Missouri State University. I matriculated there.
Did you get a degree?
Yes, I did.
And what would that have been?
That would
in?
have been a Bachelor of Fine Arts, you see.
Oh, really?
Yes, it prepared me for the workaday world of the sitcom. But it's very difficult. You see, you have to sit in the dressing room all day until they call you.
You can't be bothered with that.
No, not hardly, darling. But you see, yeah.
Oh, this is Bryce.
Yeah.
This is Bryce, the actor character.
Solid. Oh, no, Bryce was a little lighter.
He was a little
Yeah.
lighter in the loafers.
Yeah.
John had
Mary
incredible characters that used to just like.
Spring
Well,
out.
tell us about your favorite thing to do was to make
Well,
me.
what started this was Roseanne would get letters from people. Some of them were incarcerated.
A lot of them.
Some of them were. And from the sexy streets of sexy Philadelphia.
I remember that letter.
So we had one letter that we used to read all the time. It was totally obscene.
No, it was
every
a letter.
every time a guest came on, we'd have letter reading day, and we'd read.
Every
read
time
the
there was
same
a
letter.
new guest.
It was addressed to me, but it was for Rue McClanahan
Yeah.
and the cast of Golden Girls. Addressed to John Goodman Productions, care of Roseanne Barr.
And they wanted you to produce a show that combined Amen and the Golden Girls. I remember
Yeah.
every single part of it.
It was like the best job in the world. We just laugh all the time.
But how did you know I had my period, though?
Well, if I was driving up, I'd get off the freeway, and there'd be like a glow, like on the horizon. And okay, well, I'd have to drive to work anyway. And then when you get in the parking lot of the building, you go. But you gotta go to work, and it'd be neat.
Do you want to talk about the time where I directed and totally lost my mind?
No,
No?
that would be the week I quit.
Do you want me to tell about it?
No.
Because
No,
I'm
let's-
repenting. I'm
No,
repenting.
no. Okay.
Because
lay your 12 stuff.
No, I directed, and like when I started directing, I never directed before, and like the spirit of Cecil B. DeMille or somebody possessed me. And I wanted to get
Or
riding
Daffy
pants and a crop, and I was like really mean to everybody. It was terrible, but it was my show, and I really thought I was doing like a Hollywood like 10 Commandments type of movie. And I'd say stuff like this to people. I'd go like, if I am not looking at you, you do not speak, you do not exist. And
It was bad. You were like getting off Prozac or something like that, right? And it was like 12 people are coming out of this body. Just stand there and do what I say.
I remember, like, they brought in, I wanted some acrobats on there, so they brought in 8 people to audition for doing a 2-person acrobat scene. And I'm like, I want all 80 of them. Hire them. I don't care. I need 80 acrobats. And then I sat there going, now I want you to flip. Do you understand me? Flip. Jump up in the air and flip. So.
And flip they did. They was the flippingest cats you ever did see.
Tell about your first audition.
The first time we ever laid eyes on each other, And she was doing pizza commercials or something.
Yeah.
And
You had just been on Broadway.
yes, well.
Weren't you in that?
No, we.
Weren't you in Big River or some Broadway show?
Yeah, a long time ago. Anyway,
But you sang and everything,
well,
right?
I had the attitude. Sitcom? Yes, I suppose so. No, and we came in and we just started.
Wait, hold it. He's making me do a commercial. We're going to go to commercial, then John will tell the story. You can come back alive after the commercial. We'll be right back.
Nothing wrong with my driving.
Right. That's why you throw me all over the car pumping those brakes.
I pump the brakes to make sure they grab. Because if they don't grab, I rear end the guy in front of me, I get a ticket. They raise our insurance premiums. We go broke trying to pay them. We end up in a poor heart. Wilbur!
You think this is a magic kingdom where you just sit up here on your throne?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And you think everything gets done by some wonderful wizard. Oh, poof, the laundry's folded. Poof, dinner's on the table.
You want me to fix dinner? I'll fix dinner. I'm fixing dinner.
Oh, but honey, you just fixed dinner 3 years ago. Corn. The corn. Remember about the corn? How
Yeah, it was like an icon.
we had a corn joke every
It's not going to be
show.
amusing to anybody here or in our television audience.
No, it will. We had a corn joke every show for 3 years, didn't we?
Yeah, it was just something about it.
It's something about corn.
No, for some reason we were like poor white trash, so they gave us all this utility food. Huge cans of peas, corn, and all this crap. So hey, if they're going to put it there, we'll use it. So I'd be cooking a little dinner and have this huge, like, number 18 can of corn there. And, John, you mind taking that down? No. It's my choice as an actor, man.
Remember when they bring those writers in from Harvard? Remember they got these writers from Harvard, and
Simply Red.
They were supposed to be writing a blue collar show, but I swear to God, the one guy, remember, he goes, "What's lunch meat?" Remember? You remember that?
Yeah.
What is lunch meat?
Is it? It's not unlike luncheon meat, except for the un.
No, you told him it was square meat.
No,
That's
flat
what you
meat,
told
flat meat. Flat
yeah.
meat. I said, yeah, go out and make me a flat meat sandwich. Okay.
So what you were going to tell about the audition?
The audition was, they asked me, you know who Roseanne is, Roseanne Barr, and I said, yeah, sure. She's the hippest chick around.
Oh, you're cool.
Yeah. For whatever reason, we clicked, and when I walked out of there, I may have been wrong, but I knew I had the job.
I knew you had it, too.
Yeah, it was weird.
They're like, you were the only guy that, like, I met for that part. They're like, you're really going to...
Was Tom Cruise?
Yeah, I forgot. It was Tom Cruise. I forgot. And
Some other handsome guy?
Mel Gibson.
Mel
and
Gibson?
You. I forgot, yeah.
Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's talk about...
This is what they used to do in the audience. We get steamed at the audience sometimes. When I kiss Roseanne, everybody go... They're like happy days.
Yeah, like right now?
Yeah.
My nose job.
My nose job.
They put that piece of wood right in the end when I got that nose job.
Well, don't kiss me too hard. And we'd always like, if we had to kiss or someone in rehearsal, we'd always go. Like, until the last minute, we'd always go.
Because remember, I told on the air, you're going to be mad at me, but I told how, like, we were so shy to kiss each other, and how we'd walk around the parking lot holding hands for like 2 hours going, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's just acting.
It's like therapy, man.
It's hard.
Real bad therapy.
It's hard because you feel like somebody's your brother, you
Yeah.
know, and I do feel so close to you. It's like, I have to
I
like,
never kissed my brother. And I always wanted to, Les. If you're out there.
before we bring Laurie out, which I know, I just want to tell you one thing while I have you alone here, although I do get you alone a little bit at the end. I saw you in, no, it's nothing bad, honey.
Okay.
Those days are over.
Okay, solid.
Or I'd come in there, John, I just have to tell you one thing. I'm quitting the show, and you'll have to take over.
Okay. Because I know it's going to change in 5 minutes. Okay. No problem, Rose.
My new staff applauds you. But they all like are giving you something.
Yeah, dig it while it lasts.
But just how great it was to, I saw you in The Big Lebowski, and I just like totally cried. Because I'm like, God, for 10 years I got to work with this guy who is, I know you don't like to hear it,
Yeah.
but what a great actor you are. You are a great actor. I just have to say, you're just getting better all the time, too.
Good.
Don't do the fart
All
sound.
right.
All right, we're going to commercial. Coming up next, we're going to be joined by my sister and your sister-in-law, Jackie.
Buy lots of this product.
The craziest thing that happened was during a Christmas show, I was leaning and I had to pretend that I was asleep, but it took rather long to light it, and I sort of dozed off a little bit, and I heard them talking around me, and I assumed they were doing the scene, so I didn't open my eyes. When I opened my eyes, I found out they had decorated me like a Christmas tree with lights and, you know, shiny balls and things.
Annie Barbara, it's Jackie. Jackie, I'm fine. Fine. I'm fine. I have some bad news. Dad is not with us anymore. I said Dad has passed away. He's passed away. Dad is gone. Dad's dead. He's dead. No, dead. Dad. He's fine. He sends his love. Bye.
Oh, yeah. On screen, my next guest and I start out in a plastics plant, and we end up owning our own coffee shop. Off screen, we became very, very close and good friends. I will always think of her as my little sister. Won't you always think of her as yours?
That's my little sister.
Please have us welcome 3-time Emmy Award winner, Laurie Metcalf.
My baby does love
That was Laurie.
The way that started.
No, it was your
You look
character.
so good, and the last time I saw you, you were covered in green makeup.
Oh, that's
In
right.
the Wicked Witch of the West here
Right,
in New York.
right.
Madison Square Garden.
A year and a half ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. It's all greened up.
I know.
You look great, too.
Thanks.
You do. I like your hair. How crazy is
I
this?
got a nervous wreck.
Show him a little leg, baby.
Hi.
Come on.
Now, I know what it was. My baby takes the morning train.
Yeah,
That was your
backwards for
character
some-
in the kitchen that was studying to be an actress.
Moonwalking.
Moonwalking with the guitar. Do it. Will you do it?
I don't
Come
know
on.
why. I don't know how it started, and it was nothing at all
You gotta,
but that.
you gotta do it with her.
We had to crack each other up
It's
all
like
the time.
together.
It pivots.
Oh, do I do
What?
it too?
We alternated. My
Oh.
babe.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. It had a
Okay, I
morning, it
remember.
had a
My baby takes the morning train. She works from 9 till 5.
Because my character for a while wanted to do theater, and we did that community theater show.
Right.
And I wanted to wear a peg leg for it. And the writers and directors said, no, you can't. And then Roseanne got wind of it and said, what does she want to wear? And they said, a peg leg. And she's like, she'll wear a peg leg. Get her a peg leg. She'll wear it. And then I tried on a blonde wig to go with the peg leg, and I said, Roseanne, do you think I should go blonde? You're like, you should go blonde. Yes, you should. And I said, well, shouldn't I talk to the director first, or what about continuity? Or something? You don't talk to them. You don't go to them. People change their hair color in families. It'll just make it look better. We'll look more real.
Terrine of
That was my line, yeah. Terrine of
Remember that time when, what's her name, the first Becky? Lacey Goranson.
Yeah.
And she wanted to cut her hair, but the producers said,
the
see, they said that she couldn't cut her hair. How ridiculous is that? She couldn't cut her hair. So I went up in the, remember? I went up in the hair and makeup when she's sitting there, and I grabbed, she had long blonde hair, and I grabbed it in a pair of scissors, and I just chopped. I said, how long do you want your hair? She said, I want 2 inches. And I go, okay. So I chopped it 2 inches long on the top, and I said, now fix your hair, and if they say anything, say I did it.
20 minutes before the show.
Was it 20 minutes before the show started that I did that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that might have been wrong. I've seen you do these characters in movies and stuff where, like, you scare me so bad because I'm like, what kind of a walking channel for other life forms are you? You are like the greatest actress I've ever seen in my life. Meryl Streep has nothing on you. You know I feel that way. How do you do it? I'd ask her for advice all the time because she freaks us out. She's so scary.
Yeah. You don't believe me, but I learned so much about acting from you on that show.
Well,
because you didn't come from that background. You had the whole stand-up thing going, and you knew, of course, about timing and, you know, dealing directly with the audience. But then when people plugged you into the scene, I know you know this is true. Yeah. There was nothing fake that could come out of her mouth, and so she was looking at you and really saying what those lines were, and that freaked me out.
We'll be back with celebrity kissing.
No, but it's true.
It's absolutely true.
It's true. It's not kissing.
No, I know.
We're not kissing each other's. It's true.
We'll do that later, too.
Should we say that for private? But I want to say it on the air.
No, it's true. It's absolutely true.
How lucky was I to be able to learn from you guys? Just let it go, John.
We used to call Laurie the...
Just give it up, John. Just say thank you.
Thank you.
Because I mean it.
Well, we call Laurie the tugboat because Rose couldn't hit a mark to save her life.
No, I couldn't, could I?
So Laurie, we'd be in the middle of the scene, and Rose would be here, and Laurie would kind of be reading her lines and, you know, doing her lines, and like edging Rose over to where the mark was supposed to be. And then when she dropped her off, she'd walk off and, you know, do the rest of the stuff. And when Rose had to move and hit another mark, Laurie'd be, well, I don't know, Roseanne. Maybe they'll fire us for that one.
And the thing that made her look so brilliant to me was the way she didn't know the way around her own kitchen. But I know she really didn't know her way around that kitchen.
No, because I never looked at nothing.
I thought it was a brilliant choice as the actress to make that woman didn't know her way around. Because she never cooked anything.
Well, I didn't know. Now, let me tell you about this acting. This blew my mind that, like, you know, that you guys would, like, check stuff like that out. That freaked me out so bad, because I'd be like, why do they care? You just stand there and say the line.
Why do they care?
I'd be like, I remember this one time when John, we was doing this scene that was under a bridge, and you were supposed to be running. So John actually goes on the side where the cameras, you know, behind the cameras, and, like, runs up and down about 50 times, you know, so he can be breathing hard and sweating, and I'm like, what?
Now all I got to do is stand up?
It's like, I was just like, how come why is he doing all that? Why do they?
No, Laurie's right, though. You just, like, you know, every word that came out of your mouth was true.
Yep.
Well, because I was from stand-up, but you guys had all the actions. I used to go, look, and they put the actions on it. Like when you used to mouth the song, like the Supremes, and they'd be like, stop in the name of love, you know? I'd just be like, stop in the name of love, but you guys would like work on the actions. It was so cool.
And I believe we're both Bachelor of Fine Arts.
Yeah. We're going to go to commercial and then bring out the Bratty Connor kids and find out what scared them most about having us as their family.
You're rolling a joint after yelling at David for bringing pot in the house? And you're using the coffee table Mom gave you? And you're doing it all wrong.
Son, no matter what it is, you can tell us. Is it because she's black? It is, isn't it?
Well, you'll be mad if I say yes.
No, we won't.
Yes, we will. I didn't raise you to be some little bigot.
I just don't want to kiss her.
Hey, black people are just like us. They're every bit as good as us, and any people who don't think so is just a bunch of banjo-picking, cousin-dating, barefoot embarrassments to respectable white trash like us. One of the coolest parts about playing Roseanne Connor was watching my TV kids grow up on the show for real. Please welcome Michael Fishman, also known as DJ, and Sarah Chalk, who played Becky #2. Look at Fishman! Look at Michael!
He's not Fish Boy anymore, he's Fish Man.
Oh my God, Michael, you're so grown up.
He killed a guy on the way over here.
Michael drives, don't you?
Yep.
Isn't that cool that Michael drives?
The way
my
we was
God.
raising him, honey, I didn't think he'd ever get out of that plastic bubble.
And Sarah, how nice it is to see you.
Nice too.
Sarah, tell us what it was like to have to walk in and join this cast at the height of our madness.
It was amazing. It was such a great opportunity, one of the best opportunities I've had in my life. And, you know, I was back, forth, here, there. It was great.
Because you really live in Canada, right?
Yeah. Well, I right now have a place in Los Angeles, but I've been just going wherever the work is.
But when you started on, you'd fly from Canada all the way down.
Yeah, I'm from Vancouver and had never been to Los Angeles before. Never worked in front of a live audience and had a lot to learn. And
were you afraid to join this cast of this pretty successful show?
yes.
And how hard was it to replace a character? I mean, you had it rougher than any of us, but yet you did it.
That was tough. It was a lot. You know, I felt like I had a lot to learn and a lot to love too.
Too much.
What about you, Michael? Getting all big and grown up. Look at Michael.
I know.
Oh. Michael, you were 7 years old. Tell about being 7 years old when you started on the show.
Well, I was 6, and I was almost 7.
Okay, you were 6.
Rose, didn't he tell a joke?
Tell about your audition.
Well,
I remember it. Do you?
Yeah, I first walked in, and I sat down, and we looked at each other, and you go, tell me a joke. And I was like, okay, sure. I mean, I didn't know you from anybody else. I didn't know that you were a big stand-up comedian.
You didn't know who I was at all?
No, not at all. So
Really? You never had seen the show or nothing?
No.
Because I think it had only been on 1 week.
Yeah, and I came in, and you're all, tell me a joke. And I was all, a joke? And me and my sister had been coming up with jokes earlier that day, so I'm all, why did the turtle cross the road? And you're all, why? I was all, chicken's day off. And you're all, and you just laughed, and I think we've been close ever since then.
I feel like, to all the kids I feel close, but So Michael is like my own kid, because I mean.
When he was 6, he
years old.
looked like you.
He did look like me,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Yeah.
It wasn't my baby.
Because we saw you like grow up, have a bar mitzvah, get the driver's license. It blows my mind. But it reminds me of my own kids. They were like 8 and 9, and like in the middle of the show, both me and you have babies in like our 40s.
I know.
Remember how we talked about how we each wanted a boy?
Yeah. And Will was born on the show, and he's turning 5.
Wow.
And Buck is 3.
Buck was in like the second to the last year.
Yep.
It's our whole lives. Pretty soon you guys will be telling us about having kids. We're going to go to commercial, and then when we come back, you've noticed one of our daughters is missing. We're going to pick her up in the ozone on satellite right after this commercial.
Can everybody shut up about nightmares? I didn't have a nightmare.
Well, then why did you have trouble going to sleep?
Were you worried about your basketball game?
No, I wasn't worried about my basketball game.
Did you screw up in history again, Darlene?
No, I didn't screw up in history again.
Then what is the matter?
I got my period, okay?
My sitcom family would not be complete without the daughter who had her first period, her first kiss, and her first baby in front of millions of viewers. Please welcome, via satellite from Chicago, Sarah Gilbert. Sarah!
Hey.
Sarah!
Hi,
Hi.
Roseanne.
We wish you were here with us.
I know, I wish I was there too.
What you doing, some confounded movie or some stuff?
Yeah, I'm doing a movie here in Chicago and they wouldn't let me out. It was the first day of rehearsal, I guess.
Well, that was so nice
And I
of them.
tried to threaten to come there, but they told me they would.
Fire
There's
you?
absolutely no way. Yeah.
Well, we're glad you're here. You look real cute. You're on TV.
Thank you.
Everybody says hi. Tell us what it was like to have to get your period on TV. Weren't you really embarrassed about that? You felt bad.
Yeah. I was really, actually, pretty mortified about it. It was, like when I heard the clip now, it brings back a lot of memories. Because it's already so embarrassing to be a teenager and have to go through all that stuff. And then to go through it in front of millions of people, like you said, was pretty awful. And there's that feeling when you do those shows, like that show, or when you have to do your first screen kiss and stuff like that.
Right.
And you know that you're about to go to work and that the whole world is going to see you doing that stuff and going to be judging you and all that kind of stuff. So there's that feeling in the pit of your stomach before you show up, and that's kind of how I felt.
Well, are you over it now?
Not really.
Did it like severely change your life to have to do that?
No, I mean, I think it probably freed me up a little bit, you know?
Yeah. And then,
Can't you tell how comfortable I am in my skin?
and then when we got Johnny Galecki to play your boyfriend on the show, I didn't know, but when we cast him, you know, after he came on, tell that story, Sarah.
Okay. Well, basically, I went to go visit a friend who was working on the set of the show Blossom.
Yeah.
And I met this really cute guy there, and his name was Johnny, and he was an actor that was living in LA, and he was like 15, and he rode motorcycles and played the bass, and I thought he was like this really rebellious kind of guy, and so I kind of found out all about him, and then a while later I was talking to you, and you said that you were making a show, some kind of TV movie or something with this kid that was playing your son, and his name was Johnny, and I was like, oh my God, is it Johnny Galecki? And you were like, it is Johnny Galecki. And I was like, oh my God, he's so cute, he's the cutest, I have to meet him. So I think you kind of set us up at one of your weddings or whatever. And we talked a little bit there.
Yeah.
And then he ended up being on the show. And we dated first for a split second of teenage kind of dating thing.
Now, was he your first on-screen kiss?
No, I think you guys had somebody else in there first.
Do you feel like we totally like made you do all these really horribly uncomfortable teenage things?
Yeah, it's true.
And tell about how we had that other kid in the pilot, and then you beat him up till the welfare came down there, and that's how we got Michael. Tell about that.
Well, I don't really remember it quite like that.
No, she beat up the little boy, and his name was Sal.
Sal, yeah, Sal Barone, that's right. I don't know, we didn't get along that well, I guess. And, you know,
and they sent the child welfare down there to complain.
Well, I don't really remember that part, but they... I remember getting some kind of warning from the producers that there would be like a new son that you were getting, which was Michael, and that I was to try to have a healthy relationship with him. Which is, I'm not so good at, I guess.
We'll be back. We're going to take a commercial. Sarah, you bad, bad girl here. What color is your hair? It looks cute.
Rose, I thank you for inviting me into something that was so important and so rare and so special, not only to the fans and to television, but to you personally. I'll never, ever forget that. So thank you, I miss you.
I love you, you know.
I know.
And you love me, right?
I love you in a way that is mystical and eternal and illegal in 20 states.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
Go for it, John. Read it. Go for it, John. Read it. Let's all read it.
We're going to pull a little joke on you.
One of the proudest moments on Roseanne was when we staged the first gay marriage ever on TV. It took two great friends to pull it off. Please welcome Fred Willard and Martin Mull.
Martin Mull.
Go sit down.
Oh, man. Take your feet off the couch. Look where he puts the flowers. Have you ever heard of symmetry? No, I brought my camera. I've been sightseeing. Oh, New York is wonderful this time of year.
Isn't it? How nice of you guys to bring me roses.
Well, it's just a little
you know, we were
thank
sitting
you.
in the green room, and we thought it might be a nice idea to give you something. And now there's, of course, nothing in the green room, but...
How was it to play a gay couple on TV? The first, married gay couple.
We were the first, yes, the first male gay couple,
male
yes.
gay couple. Remember how much fun we used to have with the censor?
Oh, it was great. Every
We
show,
should have
he
brought
would...
Neil on here.
Oh, would have
Hi,
been the
Neil.
best. He would
Neil
walk
was great.
around just pounding his fist into his hand, etc., because he was so, well, pissed off at the things that people were saying on television.
Tell us about your kiss. When you guys first kissed each other at your wedding, was there any tongue going on there? Or?
Oh, no, wait a minute.
There was actually not any lip-to-lip contact.
No.
How did you do it?
Well, I think you just panned right through it, right past. And John was rehearsing me off stage beforehand. He says, you've got to really let yourself go. And I said, no, I don't think it's going to be just fake.
No, we missed completely. It was all camera angle. But what Freddie was doing with his hands is another...
Hands?
Another story.
And it was chilly that time of year, too.
Well, up till then.
But you know what
How long did you guys... Let's pretend I'm talking. No. Pretend I'm interviewing you.
I'd like a picture with us.
Tell me about how long... Oh, my God. How long did you guys know each other?
Well, This is going in my album, My Trip to New York.
Oh, just put the pictures in the album. That won't fit.
Well, we've known each other since... We've known each other since we did Fernwood Tonight, which was way back...
Oh, old people.
Which was such a great show. Remember, and then we went to the network. Check this out. We went to the network and we tried to do a spin-off gay show. Remember where you guys were the gay couple, and you lived next door to RuPaul, whose lover was going to be Don Rickles. Remember?
Why not?
I told someone there.
And the network would not take it, but then 2-3 years later, they got Ellen. How bad did that make you mad?
Well, I think all things considered, that regardless of what kind of ground Ellen broke, I think a show with Fred and I, RuPaul, and Don Rickles probably would have been substantially different than the Ellen show.
Did they object to us or Don Rickles and RuPaul?
Well,
who were the most controversial?
They said they couldn't have any homosexual characters on TV,
Oh.
being other than supporting players in the show. Anyway, there's one last thing I want to do with these fine people and find out what that is right after this.
I heard that
Probably some of my favorite memories of taping the show and being on the set were sitting in the wardrobe room with Roseanne and Laurie and Aaron and Mary, the costume designers, and just like bitching and moaning about everything in the world, and just hanging out. You know, that was the most fun.
1, 2, 3.